Welcome to C5 Basics, and today I'd like to introduce you to a feature on the dashboard known as Composer. Composer is an editing tool, and you may be asking, why would I use an editing tool from the dashboard when concrete5 is so easy to edit from the front end? Well, let's walk through it, and I think you'll see some of the advantages. From the dashboard, typically on the first page you'll see Composer on the upper left. Now what Composer is an area for you to stage or platform upcoming pages, and especially pages that are frequently very similar to others. Take a blog, for instance. Although the content is different, the way that it's laid out so that it can be navigated and followed is quite similar from one blog to the next to the next. Therefore, having a unified area where you can just go in and repeat that task over and over will make your life easier rather than having to recreate the wheel every time you need to repost. But it's not just limited to blogs. Let me show you a few features. If we click on the right area, you'll see that the basic information for creating a blog comes up, where you can fill out, again, the basic information, add images, add the content, and then preview or save it or publish it immediately. But again, not all of us want to write a blog, however, we'll use information repeatedly. Well, there's more to it than what we're looking at right now. Again, we're offered the blog entry as the only option, but let me show you how to add more options to this powerful tool. If we go to Dashboard and then choose Page Types, you'll notice after each page type in the very last column there is a button for Composer. Now I have a client of mine, let's say, is planning on doing an automobile review, and they're going to review one every week. Whether it's a new, old one, none of that really matters. However, the fact that it's going to be a consistent task means that they shouldn't have to recreate their page every time. So let's set it up for them. We'll choose the full page format that will be perfect for doing this type of review. And I'll select Composer. Now, first off, let's start right at the top. Is this page type included in Composer? Well, let's select Yes. In Composer Publisher Settings, when it is published, do we want to choose from all pages? Choose from pages of a certain type, or always publish beneath a certain page? Well, again, this is a very specific task, so let's choose Publish below a certain page. Now I can select that page. My sitemap comes up and we see I've already created car reviews, so we'll choose that. We'd also want to have displayed the meta title, description, and meta keywords, so that now we're search engine friendly. You can add many features, tags, recurring end dates, contact emails, all of that, but not really necessary for what I'm doing today. So let's just leave it at that and save. But we're not done yet. The next thing that we'll want to do is go back to Page Types. And let's set up that full page so it's really useful. We'll do that by clicking on Defaults. We'll now edit the full page template. Now from here, there's a few things that I'd like to change. One is, well, I don't like this image that's here, so I'm going to delete it. The second thing I'm going to do is I am going to add a slideshow block, because if I'm reviewing cars, I'd really like to have nice images of them. All I have to do is add the block. I don't have to add anything else at this time. You can see this very narrow area here. There is no content, so it is highlighted. Let's select that and now go down to Composer Settings. Yes, I'd like that block included in Composer. And that block name, to remind us what it is, will be Slideshow. The next thing to add will be a content block to talk about the vehicles that we're now showing off. Again, I don't have to put in any content at this time, just add the block. And as I did previously, carefully select that block, go down to Composer Settings, include the block, and add in a descriptive title, or car description in this case. Now we can go on and on and on and add features, but I think we have enough to at least illustrate what we're going to achieve with this. So I'll go up to Editing and I'll publish that. We'll go to the dashboard. Now let's take a look at Composer again. This time we now have a selection. I can either do a blog entry or do the full page, which I know is my car description or my review page. Let's take a look at what we've just achieved. Here we have a worksheet of a page all laid out, very easy to follow. So I can put in for name, let's say a Camaro. The URL slug, well, Camaro says it all, that's fine. And for a description, a brief story, meta title, Camaro review, a look at the 2014 Camaro, assorted keywords as appropriate, and some gibberish content. Let's save that. Now we've filled out almost all of our necessary information. We have our basic descriptive text, our date of when it was done, our meta description, so it's SEO friendly. Oh, look at that. We overlooked the slideshow. Let's select one, a custom slideshow. How about from a file set? Camaro, there we go. Not quite a Camaro, but I think you have the idea. Our description, which we can add to an edit. And again, we can now save all of that information and preview it. We have our slideshow, we have our information, we're good to go. We can do this type of page over and over and over again repeatably. At this time, this page has been created. It's been automatically saved, by the way. Although I did click save down here, while I was working on it, concrete5 was saving at regular intervals. So should I walk away or something happen, I can always return to my work and find it again. There should be no problems. Under drafts, here is Camaro, full page type, and when it was last modified. So we know once again, I can return from the draft back to the page, tweak this, finish it, put in better contact, and when I'm ready, publish the page. Automatically, that page now exists underneath my car reviews. Terrifically easy to use, tremendously powerful, and a great addition to your website. Please give it a try. Learn how it works, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it as much as I do. Thanks for joining me. I'm Adrian, the concrete5 Arvixe Web Hosting Liaison. Contact me at any time at adrian.rick@arvixe.com.